BPS Custom's coverage of CES 2018 in Las Vegas is brought to you by Enermax and CableMod. Thank you to them for making our trip possible. Check out their links in the video description and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for all the latest hardware news from the year's biggest electronics expo. What's up, guys? CES 2018 here at the Gigabyte suite. We have a really cool GTX 1070 SLI laptop right here, the X9. We got some really cool thin and light laptops over there, but what you guys are probably most interested in and what we're going to take a look at first is the brand new X470 chipset motherboard for AMD Ryzen 2nd Gen. Meet the RSX 470 Gaming 7, the first motherboard being shown off for the next generation Ryzen 2 processors. There are typical Gigabyte/Aorus touches here with the eagle on the chipset, the swappable LED accent piece along the right edge, and RGBs in between the DIMM slots. What is pretty new compared to the last few generations is the redesigned VRM heatsink. I was able to confirm that this was done in response to the recent X299 kerfuffle, where overheating MOSFETs were leading to all kinds of problems. And Gigabyte and the Aorus brand have committed to using actual finned heatsinks on their boards moving forward. The Gaming 7 should be available at launch for the platform, so sometime around April, and Gigabyte will follow up with their Gaming 3, Gaming 5, and Ultra Gaming versions. So this is Gigabyte's RSX Line. This is a GTX 1070 SLI laptop. Now, a lot of times when you see laptops with that kind of power in them, SLI configurations especially, they are super bulky, usually up to maybe even like 1.5 inches thick. This kind of breaks that trend, and this is what made this win the Innovation Award this year at CES, as you can see right here. Now, this is available in several configurations, and I did mention that what they have right here is a GTX 1070 SLI configuration. Right now it's running in i7-7820HK, so that does mean it is an overclockable chip, but this is Intel's 7th generation mobile processor, and shortly we expect that this will be upgraded with 8th gen, so we're talking about Coffee Lake in here, and potentially 6 cores and overclockable. It is available in several different screen configurations, both 17.3 inch, but you have a 4K version, which is 3840 by 2160, and also a QHD 2560 by 1440. Now, the 1440p version is 120 Hertz, so you're going to get definitely higher refresh rate there, so smoother gaming, but the 4K panel is definitely something that this laptop is capable of driving. So the X9 is available now through retail channels like Amazon, and this model right here goes for about $3,500. So this is Gigabyte's newest line of laptops. This is the Aero series, and this right here is the Aero 15X. Now, there is also the 15 and the 14, which we'll get to in a moment. But take a look at this screen and the complete lack of bezels. Gigabyte worked with a company called Pantone on this to make sure that this screen is perfect for professional applications like video editing. The color calibration on this should be perfect right out of the box. You should be able to use this for color correction and anything that requires a screen with the most accurate colors possible. In addition to the awesome looking screen, this is rocking a GTX 1070 with Max Q. So look how thin and light this whole thing is. It has an all aluminum construction. The keys are obviously not mechanical or anything like that, but the keyboard does feel pretty good. And the laptop just looks and feels really solid, and it's made for professionals, but also with a GTX 1070 in it, definitely could be used for some gaming. This version right here is $2199 and is available now. However, they will be introducing different screen resolutions here, up to 144 Hertz G-Sync. So this is the Aero 15, a little bit lower spec. You could get this with up to a GTX 1060, but you see the same, very similar design, basically zero bezel around the screen. And then this is the Aero 14, a little bit lower end, starts at $1699, and this is configurable with a 1050 Ti or a 1060. But you guys can see that the screen does not have that zero bezel look. But you know, like I said, a little bit lower ends, a little bit lower price point, but it's good that Gigabyte's giving you that variety of choice. On this side of the table, we have the RSX line. So this is the X3, we have the X5, and over here, the X7, and they basically just identify the screen size. So we have a 17-inch, a 15-inch, and a 14-inch. The 17-inch does come with a GTX 1080, and this is a full desktop 1080. This is not Max Q, so this is definitely a very powerful machine. The X5 and the X3 obviously come with a little bit lower spec. This is GTX 1070 Max Q, and then the 14-inch comes with a GTX 1060. All of these will be updated with 8th gen mobile chips when they become available, probably sometime around March. Just like last year, Gigabyte has a full complement of custom builds on display, this one by Envious Mods. This is the Synapse case mod. As you can see, just like the build that we featured in the Be Quiet Alpha Cool video, quite a bit of custom fabrication and work has gone into this, hundreds of hours most likely, and the result is pretty spectacular. This system is by CyberPower, and check out the tubing in here. This is definitely one cool looking system using a lot of XSPC water cooling gear, and the return of completely naked cables. So I don't know if that was intentional or something that had to be done because perhaps a shipping mishap or something like that, but it looks pretty interesting, that's for sure. This monster system by CLX, I actually had to back up to get the whole thing into frame for you guys. This is built in a Fantex Elite chassis, and there might be more hardline water cooling tubing in here than I have ever used in my life. You can see that this is a dual pump design, dual res design, and it generally just looks pretty sick. Here's another system from Computer Upgrade King. You could see, I think these are the iGo fans that a lot of people have been asking me to review on the channel, and they do look pretty cool. But inside we got some UV reactant fluid, some hardline water cooling all over the place, and obviously some 90-degree nickel fittings. Definitely a really nice job on this build. So that's it from the Gigabyte Suite, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out my CES 2018 coverage. Thank you very much to my sponsors, Enermax and CableMod. Get subscribed to the channel if you are not already, and check out the next video coming probably pretty soon.